Hey folks, Dusty here. This is section 4 of my series on keratology, POC number 2. If you want to follow along in sequence, check out the playlist I created. Welcome to 33 Degrees of Keratology. POC number 2, only buy 3 things. Okay, I know what you're thinking. How am I supposed to go through life only buying 3 things? Perhaps it would be more realistic to say only buy 3 types of things. But which 3? I started implementing this philosophy as a struggling residential contractor several years ago. I was broke, working hard, making ends meet, but never gaining any ground and never getting ahead. At the time, I had a family depending on me, and I was the only source of income, so I had to make it happen. There was no safety net, so I circled the wagons and went into survival mode. This meant that I cracked down on everything, bought only what we absolutely needed, and got rid of any unnecessary expenses. What I decided to buy was based on absolute necessity, things like gas, food, electric, etc. But I was also running a business, and the business needed to be profitable in order to feed my family. So I began carefully choosing what was and wasn't allowed. Everything either had to make me money, save me money, or feed me. In order to make me money, it had to be a tool, a truck to get me back and forth to job sites, or something that I needed to complete a job so I could get paid. Basically, if it had a cost associated with it, it had better pay for itself, and the sooner it paid for itself, the better. The second type of allowable purchase was something that would save me money. This could be useful in both business and in home. For example, a tool for work that would speed up productivity, saving me time. One example for home was a meat slicer that allowed me to buy bulk food items for less cost per pound, and it was not very expensive to purchase, around $80. I also got a membership to one of those warehouse clubs, which cost me $25 for the year and saved me 10 cents a gallon on gas, which added up to around $450 a year in savings for me. The third type of purchase had to feed me, and I broke that down into 3 categories: mentally, emotionally, or physically. Feeding me mentally is something that educates me, like books or my Audible subscription. I love that because I can be accomplishing a task while I'm listening to a book on productivity or a biography on one of my mentors. Just the time savings itself makes the subscription worth it to me. Another good example would be sales or leadership programs. These can get pretty expensive, but if you're careful, they can be worth the cost. Feeding yourself emotionally is a different sort of animal completely, because it is based on your individual personality and needs. The biggest thing that has done it for me over the years has been spending time with my kids. Whether it was a trip to the playground, or a lake for an hour or 2, a bike ride, a hike, a camping trip, it has always been centered around my kids. Allowing them to be kids and be happy, which made me happy, hence feeding me emotionally. A massage is another good example. Perhaps a little selfish, but when you're a contractor working 75 plus hours each week in the hot and cold, carrying, lifting, climbing up ladders, crouching, crawling, it's an incredible benefit. Maybe for you it would be a gym membership, yoga classes, acupuncture sessions, or a quick visit to the range. It doesn't have to cost much, but it helps you reset and recenter emotionally and physically. Feeding yourself physically is just that, eating. You are what you eat, they say, so feed yourself well. Eat as clean as possible in your current circumstance. I'm a meat and potatoes guy, but I love a fresh salad and vegetables. I'm not going to tell you what kind of diet you should have, but try to limit your intake on preservatives and fake foods when possible. The best foods are always the freshest, and the way they're provided to us by nature. Also, don't be wasteful. Save leftovers. because that's as close as you're going to get to a free meal. Learning to cook your own meals from scratch, not out of a box, is the best approach to this. It saves you money and adds a new skill to your arsenal of carrots. In our next section, video 5, we'll talk about creating a vacuum. If you like the series so far and don't want to miss out on the next video, be sure to subscribe. I put out a new video each week. That's all for now, folks. Thanks for watching. As always, take the trip and enjoy the ride.